We will move on to Robin, our very own Executive Director of Nexus Impact Center. We all know her as kind-hearted and encouraging. She is complimented on her LinkedIn profile as being a make-it-happen person. We have seen that. Who pours her heart and soul into an organization. We have seen that as well. And that has definitely been my experience of her through Nexus. So Robin, your turn.
Thanks, Roxie. And so I have to comment on Matt too, is I laughed when your guys started coming into the building because you're always in scrubs. And I was like, do they pretend they're doctors? I did not know you went into the surgery room. So I was like, oh, I guess that's why they wear scrubs. So anyway, sorry. So anyway, I know everybody, so I don't think I need to give a lot of background. I just asked Roxie if I could take one of the slots this week, because I just wanted to share a little bit more about some of our staffing changes, COVID-19 adjustments, and just answer any questions that you guys might have. So I am excited to say that we have hired a community manager, and her name is Natasha Polak, and she is on this call. Natasha, can you unmute yourself and say hello?
Sure. Hi.
So this is Natasha, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the staffing changes here in a second. But first, I want Natasha to just share a little bit about herself.
Okay. Well, thank you. So again, my name is Natasha Polak, and I have been living here in town for going on 30 years, just about. I'm originally from the East Coast, and I'm married to my high school sweetheart, and we have one daughter, and she goes to our old high school. She's a sophomore at North Central, and let's see, what else? Let's see, when I have free time, I do like to write. I'm a fiction author and blogger. I also enjoy lots of reading. I dabble with genealogy research, and everybody who knows me, they know that I tend to be connected to people all over the place. The whole 6 degrees of separation thing kind of follows me everywhere I go. So I really enjoy being able to do different community-minded things, and I've had a chance to be part of different things here in Indianapolis, like with toy drives for Indie Casa, and just some different projects, corporate projects and things that had a community focus. So yeah, I'm really excited to be here and to see, you know, what all I can do to help with all the different causes there are.
Well, I'm super excited to have Natasha. She technically started today just with reading some stuff online and stuff I sent her at home, and she'll start coming into the office tomorrow. She will be full-time, and she will, my office will become her office, so she'll be front and center in space and the main contact for everybody. I'm going to be decreasing my hours down to probably 15 hours a week, and I'm going to office in the room that is within the event room. It used to be the locker room in there when we had our co-working space down there. So I'll still probably be up here pretty regularly and available, but Natasha is going to become kind of the main contact for everything. And I'm still going to serve on the board as the president, so I'm not really going anywhere. But I just wanted to share that with everybody. And I kind of think that one thing that Natasha didn't mention is, so I just thought this was interesting. She started something called the Barbie Project. How many years ago?
Well, going on 10 years now. It's the Barbie Girls Project. And it's something that I started with my daughter to be able to donate new and mostly gently used Barbie dolls to underprivileged girls around the city.
And that started because you traveled back to?
Well, I started it because when I was a kid, I was in India with my family, visiting there for the first time, and was around a lot of different, poor kids and whatnot, and some even within my own family. And we had a neighbor who I gifted a doll to, and just it made such a huge impact. Um, she wasn't poor, but it was just a kind of funny situation. Um, and she really enjoyed that doll. But then I also gifted another doll to somebody who was underprivileged, and she really, it was her first doll that she ever had, and she was just like crying, and it really affected me, and it really changed how I viewed just people in general. And about 10 years ago, my daughter was the same age I was when I learned that lesson, about giving of yourself. And I wanted her to be able to have that opportunity. But I recognized that she, hadn't really been anywhere, definitely not internationally, to really get that kind of experience. So I put together about 10 dolls at the time it was. And that Christmas, we donated those 10 dolls to the poorest kids in her elementary school. And she got to see that happen, when they received the dolls. And so, since then, we've teamed up with different Girl Scout troops to donate to other, groups of kids around the city. And with Child Advocates Indy Casa, we participated in their toy drive to be able to donate toys, not just to girls, obviously, at that point, but, just all kinds of kids. But for the past couple of years, I've received so many dolls from all over the world from people who want to help out, mostly, I think, because they are former doll owners and they don't know what to do with their collections. So they send them to me, and I find places to donate them to. So right now I have about 200 dolls in my living room. Trying to find homes for them during this pandemic has been tough.
Yeah, so I brought that up just because I want you to get a little more sense for Natasha and who she is as a person and how she cares about impact. But I also love stories of where people just did something that they could do. And Natasha's never made it into a formal 501c3. It's just, she calls it a project that's been going on for 10 years and it's still going on. And her daughter is now a junior,
sophomore, but yeah,
school, and is much more active in it. And I just love, when you take, like, I guess the fact also that you stuck with it. I do things with my kids periodically, like random acts of kindness. That first season we do something and move on.
Sure.
But I just really enjoyed that. Little bit about you, so I wanted to share that with everybody. So anyway, Natasha will be working full-time. Sean, our intern, is still working. His hours will probably be a little more over the summer, and he'll be with us probably till December when he graduates high school. And then we also are getting an intern from Butler that's going to help with some things. I had sent out some information about a collective internship program, which I'm still interested in doing if I can get enough interest from Nexus people, where we would bring in a group of potentially high school and college students. And now it wouldn't be for the summer, it might be for more like 2 or 3 weeks, where they could learn about how different organizations, both for-profit and nonprofit, are combining social impact with sustainable revenue and business. And they could take issues that impact organizations, whether they're at Nexus or elsewhere, are facing, and help brainstorm and problem solve, and then just also help with some work. It's some general ideas at this point that I'm hoping that we can execute on this summer, even if it is curtailed to just like a 2-week, 3-week program. It would probably be towards the end of the summer. But I think also I think anytime we have the opportunity to influence young people to think about impact, it's a great opportunity. But also, since kids are actually, you know, they missed so much school this year, they'd probably actually be a little hungry for some type of organized activity like that. So anyway, that's a little bit of our staffing. How many of you have been in the office at Nexus just, I guess, in the last week? Very many of you? Matt, that's it. Jeff, Alicia's here right now. So we are technically open again, which means, I mean, technically everybody could access the building even while we were closed. But it means our doors are open to guests and to reserve meeting rooms. When you come in the space, you'll see we removed a lot of chairs from our meeting room so that we can abide by the social distancing rules and limit occupancy. So rooms that maybe before had 6 people that could meet in them now can have 2 people that meet in them. And we'll keep bumping that up as the state and county bumps that up. We have plenty of sanitation tools, disinfectants, paper towels, hand sanitizer. I got a box in today of masks. So if you don't have a mask and you want a mask, we have them here. We are not requiring masks at Nexus. But by all means, if you want to wear a mask or you want to require your staff, if you have staff to wear them, then that is good too. And we have a few resources for you. And then the other thing that we added was dedicated desks. So for those of you that are coworkers, or maybe you know somebody that needs to get out of the house because they're on top of each other with the rest of their family, or their internet can't handle everything that's going on in their home. We're selling day passes again and memberships. And then there's that upgraded option for dedicated desks. So you have a desk in a room that the door ends up being locked with some other dedicated desks that you can have that type of membership. Since we do month to month, then you can always just do it for a limited time and cut back. So I wanted to share a few of those things, and then also share the referral fee that we're paying. So I've had a few people here, because I've been in the office yesterday and today, ask, how is Nexus really doing? And just like a lot of you guys, it's been a hard financial hit for us. And since we were in a build-up phase, our anticipation was we would start renting out a lot of meeting rooms, and we had a lot of events booked that got canceled, and that we would be building up our co-working memberships. And probably as big a hit of all that is our financial plan included having corporate sponsorships. And a lot of corporations aren't wanting to do sponsorships right now, understandably so. So what we're having to do is advance kind of our goals on filling our suites and offices. And we have 6, I believe it's 6 suites and 1 micro office that's available as of today. And our initial plan was we'd have all but 1 of them filled by the end of the year. Now we want to have every single one of them filled by the end of August. So what we're doing to try to speed that up is we're offering referral fees to everybody that refers somebody. So that signs at least 3 months. So the referral fee for a suite is $400. The referral fee for a micro office is $200, and the referral fee for a dedicated desk is $75. And if you are the person that referred them, then you get to decide if you want to take the fee, if you want to give that fee to your organization, or if you want to donate that fee to a nonprofit. So additionally, one of the options is if you're upgrading. Like, let's say I see Jennifer Smith's lovely face on here. If she wants to go big and rent a suite all of a sudden for herself, for her one-man show, she'll get a referral fee of $400 because she's going from a co-working membership to a suite. Now, I'll work out the paperwork, Jennifer, if you're in a hurry to do that. But for example, that's also one way that referral fee can work. So we're just trying to get everybody to engage in helping fill the space. And we're going to also contact a few of the other co-working spaces that don't have offices, because not all of them have offices, that are in the area, to say, hey, as people are approaching you for space, we'll offer this referral fee too, to try to get our space filled quickly. So with that, I know there could be a lot of different questions, and we only have like 6 minutes left. So anybody have any questions?
Well, this isn't really a question, but I think I should just say how much we've appreciated you, Robin. Man, you've done a fabulous job and made us all feel so welcome. And we're gonna miss seeing you at the top of the stairs, but we're glad that it sounds like we're in good hands, and we'll still see you around. So, but yeah, I mean, you really went above and beyond in getting the space ready to go. So kudos and good job. Hope you enjoy a few breathers.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great job on building community too. These have been really neat. These, there's another co-working place that I am a member of, but maybe not for long, because they won't even answer an email. And we've had community. We've got to meet people. We haven't met face to face, but we've had these little things. This has been great. Thank you.
You're welcome. So any question? I know one thing that I need to decide on, or how to figure out the logistics on it, is I had said that we would also offer the opportunity, since you guys had basically 2 months where you weren't meeting because we shouldn't meet in the stay-at-home order, and you had meeting room credits that you weren't able to use, that we were going to offer opportunity to get some type of, you can donate those credits again if you know an organization that had to postpone an event and is looking for a space to have an event, that some options for you to decide what to do with some of those credits. So be looking for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Question, Robin. As far as these event rooms,
Mm-hmm.
what's the maximum amount of people that's allowed? And if you've already said the answer, I apologize, but like, what's the restrictions with everything going on? What's the maximum people are allowed to have in these rooms? Is there
So we've generally cut the occupancy to 50%, but it would depend. Like if you are wanting to have an event, I had a state senator contact, or that I talked with this week, or exchanged emails with this week, and they were wanting to have an event for 30. Well, normally the training room would be plenty big for 30, but because of social distancing and setup, then they would need to use the event room. So our event room can easily accommodate 30 right now, and possibly up to 50, but that would be the most right now. And as the state continues to move up on that plan, we'll stay with it. So I think the anticipation is right now by July, we should be able to have everything back to occupancy. Other questions?